My guest is Harold, who is working here in Cyprus as an Adventist Volunteer Services volunteer. Harold, thanks so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
Now, how long have you been here?
It's more than 8 months so far.
Okay, now you did not come alone.
No, I came with my wife.
Okay, so you're both serving as volunteers. Where were you immediately before you came here?
Right before I was just doing my studying, and then I finished my master's. Then we had a mission trip to the Philippines, and then from the Philippines we came here.
Wonderful. So you were doing your master's in theology in Romania.
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you and your wife decide to come here?
We just saw a great opportunity of being and meeting with new people, and also we like to share the good news of the gospel with everyone else we meet. We like new cultures, meeting with new traditions, and it was a good opportunity, and we didn't want to lose it.
Yeah, wonderful. Now, you're from Romania and your wife is from Moldova.
Yeah.
How has it been coming to somewhere so culturally different? How have you found that?
Well, the thing is that even though we are different, both of us we are coming from a minority, because she's coming from Moldova, but she's from a Turkish background.
Yes.
And then I'm coming from Romania, but a Hungarian background.
Okay.
So both of us, we know how to live with other cultures in peace next to each other.
Wonderful.
So we are quite in peace in the family as well.
Good. So tell me, where are you working and what are you doing?
We have a church. We just started a church in Larnaca. That's kind of between Paphos and the other side of the island. Maybe 60, 70 kilometers from here. And it's a completely new church. Maybe we have 5 members who are baptized members, and then we have many visitors, which means that every Saturday we have 10, 12 people, sometimes even up to 18. And then some other time it's 8, so the average is 10, 12 people every Saturday.
Excellent. Now you also have some sort of a community center, some sort of a center of influence?
Yeah, we have different activities. We have many activities for children. The main activity is English, which my wife is doing, English language.
Yes.
She teaches English language to them. So we have 2 groups. We have one group of 3, 4 children, and then another group of 3, 4. One group is a Romanian group, and another one is a Russian group. And she teaches both of them 2 days a week. And then we have another activity. It is the mandolin orchestra, which I have never been thinking that will be accomplished in a very short period of time, but people like it and church members like it. And not so long ago, other people started to join us as well, and children who learned English, they saw the instrument and they just saw it and they wanted to learn it. So now I'm teaching the children as well. After English, we have mandolin lessons, learning on the instrument.
That's wonderful. A Romanian from Hungarian background teaching mandolin to kids in Cyprus. I like that.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Can you tell me a story of someone whose life has been touched through your ministry?
A family is coming to my mind. They were and they still are in a hard situation. But when we met them, they didn't have where to live. So they lived in a tent. And the man was quite rejective. He didn't want to talk to anyone from any churches. And what we started to do is to bring food to their tent. We knew where is their tent, and so we brought food without they knowing who is bringing the food. They didn't know that we are, because they were not there. Anytime we went, they were not there, but we left the food there. And once they stopped by the church, and somehow the discussion came, and they told that, someone is dropping them food. And then I told, yeah, it's actually, we and the church members used to do that. And since that moment, they are with us every Saturday. This is already for maybe 5 or 6 months already.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and now they have also a place where to stay. They found a room, and they are there now.
Wonderful. What are the major challenges that you're facing in your ministry?
Well, one of the hardest things is, I think, building a bridge with the locals. But we are trying to improve that as well. We are trying to encourage them to come, and Greek children as well, for example, to come to the English lesson. It might be harder for us because we don't speak much Greek
Right.
so far, but we believe that this bridge will be built up soon as well.
Yeah. Now, you've studied theology, you've done your master's in theology. What are you learning now that you're actually practicing in another country?
This is a completely different idea, I believe, what we were studying in the class and what is in the field. It is something completely different. I think everyone has to experience it and then maybe write a book about it in the future.
So, Harold, what sort of advice would you give to somebody who might be considering becoming a volunteer?
Well, I think the first one what I would say is kneel down in front of God and pray and ask Him what is His opinion about it. Open the Bible, read it. And if you feel that you would like to do that and you have sort of a mission experience, a short time mission trip, you did it before, you liked it, go for it because it's a special experience. But I would advise, don't go alone, or go with a friend, or go with a spouse if you're married. It's really important because if you go alone, I believe it would be much harder for us as well. The fact that I am here with my wife, it makes it so much easier and it brings us so much happiness.
Wonderful. Harold, thanks so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
And viewers at home, please pray for the ministry, the work here in Cyprus. And before we go, Harold mentioned the mandolin orchestra, and he is going to play a little bit for us on the mandolin.